Hello, hello, my beloved students. How are you today? Hope that you are pretty fine. Okay, let's continue with the topic that we have for today because it is going to be pretty important to continue learning about these topics because each topic is going to be guiding us to the next level and the next level and the next one, because after that you are going to say, my goodness, how did I get here? ¿Cómo llegué hasta aquí? Oh, because we started at this point. And now we are discovering new things about the topics that we already know. But, well, as I was trying to say, we already know some topics, but sometimes we need to know a little bit more about some topics that we have. Well, let's go with this that I have here. And we are going to go with this that I have here. Let me share with you my PowerPoint presentation. And yes, we are here. I guess that we are here. Okay, now here we go with this that I have here for you. Let me make it bigger. Excellent. First of all, I would like to say hello and welcome. Welcome to this English class. You know that I love you so much. You are a super duper good student. Hope that you are learning a lot with this that I have here. Well, here we go. Vámonos con esto de una vez. ¿Sale? Y vamos a empezar. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and here we go. Welcome back. Oh my goodness, what do I have here? Let's, as we always say, let's learn something new today. Let's learn something new every day, or at least let's learn or practice something every day. For that reason, we are going to be having this. And let's continue with on your marks, ready, set, and go. Ooh, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Very well. Jan, 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 jan. What are we going to have? Well, actually, let me show you this. Yesterday, we were talking about present perfect simple or simple present perfect. But now we are going to be talking about this topic that is the second part of the rest of the things that we are going to be having. Okay, present perfect continuous. What do I have here? Oh, here we go. First of all, yesterday we were talking a little bit about this. How is it made? Oh, remember, we are going to be making use of have been plus ing. Your next verb is going to be with ing, okay? But here, the main structure that you are going to be using is have been plus your ing, okay? Plus, where is my PowerPoint? Here it is, plus your ing, always. You have been working, Lupita has been skating, my brothers have been sitting on a very comfortable chair, for example, right? That is how we are going to be forming what? Your present perfect continuous. Your present perfect continuous. When and why I am going to be using this one? Oh, wait a minute, because we are going to be talking about that. When is it used? When is it used? Oh, For example, let me move my face like this. Okay. I am tired. I have been working in the garden. Why are you so dirty? What have you been doing? Come on. Estoy cansada. He estado cocinando en el jardín. ¿Por qué estás tan sucio, sucia? ¿Qué has estado haciendo? Obviamente tú, right? Well, we are going to be making use of this present perfect continuous when we want to talk about an activity that has recently stopped or just stopped. There is a connection with now. Yes, it is like the present perfect simple or simple present perfect, but nearer, más cerca. Or here you have other examples. I have been playing tennis for 10 years. He has been learning English since he was 10. You are going to be making use of this present perfect progressive when we want to talk about actions or actions repeated over a period of time when we want to say how long. For example, here, 10 years, we are saying how long. Here we are saying how long. We are talking about time, repeated over a period of time. I have been playing tennis for 10 years. I mean, I have been playing and playing and playing and playing and playing, repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating the same activity. But I'm mentioning how long. Or for example, he has been learning English since he was 10. Now he's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's something that it has been repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating over and over and over again. And I'm mentioning the time, how long. That's when we are going to be making use of present perfect continuous. Okay. Oh, what's that? I can't even touch it. Is it the future? Is something strange? No. Remember, present perfect continuous. I have been, for example, an ing. Obviously, you can change this for other subjects, names, situations, animals, places, whatever you want. And also your verb is going to be changing depending the subject or the subject pronoun that you are going to have here at the beginning, okay? Now, let me show you this. Let's study this situation. No, ya no te voy a dar así que esto y el otro. No, vamos a estudiarle más. Vamos aquí a echarle, vamos a reflexionar. For example, is it raining? No, but the ground is wet. It has been raining. What can you infer here? Si ya no te voy a dar tan que esta es la definición ahora, el ejercicio. No, we are going to be thinking about, reflecting about the topics. Is it raining in this moment, today, right now? No, in this moment, it is not raining, but let me tell you something. The ground is wet. That means that in a near past, it has been raining. ¿Está lloviendo ahorita, en este momento? No, pero el piso está mojado, entonces, o húmedo. Entonces, eso significa que ha estado lloviendo. Si estuvo en el pasado, fue algo larguito, pero ahorita ya terminó, ¿no? Ahorita no, pero en el pasado sí estuvo sucediendo esa cuestión y es un pasado cercano. No es un continuo como el ing que teníamos, o no es un pasado simple que es tajante, algo que terminó, ¿no? Algo ya, alejado de mi presente. No, this is near from my present. He has or it have or has been plus ing is the present perfect continuous. This is the present perfect continuous. Okay, has or have plus been and your ing. Oh, and as we were talking about, are you we wet? Are you we they have been plus ing, your verb, ing, no le vas a poner being, no, tu verbo con el ing. Or he, she, it, Luis, Pedro, Juan, my brother, my sister, my cousin, my other cousin, I don't know, has been ing doing something. Okay. Here, when do we use it? One more time. We are going to be using the present perfect continuous for an activity that has recently stopped or just stopped. Just stopped. There is a connection with now. Remember, we are going to be having this connection. We are going to be having a connection. This is the point that we are going to be having. This is the clue. Ooh, something that has recently stopped or just stopped, but there is a connection with my present, okay? For example, oh, you are out of breath. Have you been running? You are out of breath now. Estás así, oh, sin aliento. Te quedaste sin aliento. Sale, no tienes aliento. Te quedas, me quedé sin aliento. Me quedé sin aliento. That is this phrase. You are out of breath. Te quedaste sin aliento. You are out of breath. Have you been running? As you can see, you are out of breath. No. But I'm questioning, I'm asking if you have been doing something, not yesterday, but during this period of time, a near or a recently stopped situation or a situation that just stopped. And also, as you can see, I have a relationship, a connection with now. Oh, my now, and here I have my relation with my now. Or for example, Paul is very tired. He has been working very hard. Oh, Paul is tired now. Nowadays, almost in this general moment, not in this right moment with ing. No, in this general moment, Paul is very tired. It's because he has been working very hard. As you can see, this is my situation. This is my compliment about an activity that has recently stopped or just stopped, but also these two are going to be having a connection, a relation. Almost, yes, almost a relationship, each one. Okay, each one with the other one with the other one. They are going to be having a relation. This is happening, or this happens because in the past, in the near past, or the recently stopped activity has been happening something, and here you have the relation, the connection that they are going to be having. Okay. For example, let's study this situation. It began raining 2 hours ago, and it is still raining. Oh, in the past, it began raining 2 hours ago, hace 2 horas, and it is still raining. Oh, look at this. How long has it been raining? It has been raining for 2 hours. Do you remember this that we were talking about at the beginning? We were mentioning this at the beginning. Well, we use the present perfect continuous in this way with how long. For and since. For these two words, for and since, okay? The activity is still happening as in this example, or just has stopped. But as we are not talking about relationships in this moment. Those were these examples. Remember that we are going to be making use of present perfect continuous with two situations, okay? For an activity that has recently stopped or just stopped, but when there is a connection with now between the two sentences, or when we are using the words for, since, how long, okay? An activity that has been repeating over and over again, and the activity is still happening. And is this example, or that maybe it has just stopped, okay? For example, how long has it been raining? Because I don't know, it was raining, it is raining. How long has it been raining? Oh, it has been raining for 2 hours. Llovió, sigue lloviendo. ¿Cuánto tiempo estaba lloviendo? ¿Cuánto tiempo ha estado lloviendo? Oh, ha estado lloviendo por 2 horas. See, here is where we are going to be making use of the present perfect continuous also with like with a situation that is repeating over again and that just stop or is still happening. Okay, but making use of the question how long or for and since. And let me give you extra info. The present perfect continuous is going to be used, or often is used, with words and phrases like all day, all week, all year, or for example, for, since, just, and so on. As well as for actions repeated over a period of time, as we were saying, over a period of time. Actions repeated over a period of time. Well, these are just some words. We are going to be having more: all day, all week, or year, or month. Okay, for, since, just. For example, here. Ooh, where can I play my face? Here. How long have you been learning English? I mean, you are still learning it. Repeat it over a period of time. Tom is still watching TV. He has been watching TV all day over a period of time. Can I use some contractions? Yes, it is. You can use contractions. Don't worry. Where have you been? I have been looking for you the last half hour. I'm mentioning period of times. Okay, I'm mentioning period of times. For that reason, we are going to be having this. Or we have been walking for hours and I need a rest. We have been walking for hours and I need a rest. For hours, period of time, repeated over a period of time. Every morning they met in the same cafe. They have been going there for years. Ellos han estado yendo allá por años. Oh, this is how we are going to be making use of present perfect continuous. Remember, for actions repeated over a period of time, or with phrases like all day, all week, all year, for, since, just. Just for mentioning some of them. ¿Cuánto tiempo has estado aprendiendo inglés? Because you continue learning. Tom is still watching TV. He has been watching TV all day. Tom aún está viendo televisión. Él ha estado viendo televisión todo el día. Where have you been? I have been looking for you at the last half hour. ¿Dónde has estado? Presente progresivo, presente perfecto. I have been looking for you for the last half hour. Yo he estado buscándote la última media hora. We have been walking for hours and I need a rest. Hemos estado caminando por horas. Necesito un descanso. Can I be mixing tenses? Yes, you can be mixing tenses. Don't worry, never mind. It's okay. Every morning they met in the same cafe. They have been going there for years. Cada mañana ellos se quedan de ver o se ven en el mismo café. Ellos han estado yendo ahí por años. That is the present perfect continuous. But be careful because here we are going to be having a note. Let me show you that the present perfect continuous is not normally used with the words ever and never. In this case, we are going to be using present perfect simple. This is like, it's going to be like an exception to the rule. An exception to the rule, yes. For that reason, we need to be pretty careful related to this topic, okay? So with present perfect continuous, we are not going to be using the words ever and never, okay? In this case, we are going to be using these two words with present perfect simple. For that reason, we were learning about that yesterday. Here we go. For example, have you ever flown in a helicopter before? That's correct. Have you ever? We are not going to say, have you been ever flowing? That's strange. Here we have another. Have you ever been flying or flowing or whatever you are in a helicopter before? No, 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 no. We are not going to be having that. Or here, let me tell you that. Sometimes there is a very little difference in meaning between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous. And sometimes there is a difference in the meaning. Yes, sometimes there is very little difference in meaning between present perfect simple and continuous. And sometimes there is a different in meaning. What is this, Angie? Oh, let me show you. This that I have here. Let me place my face here. No. I have worked at the airport for years. I have been working at the airport for 4 years. Ay, aquí se juntó. Ay. I have worked at the airport for 4 years. I have been working at the airport for 4 years. What difference can I have here? I have read that book about cruise ships and I have finished it. But I have been reading that book about cruise ships. I haven't finished. What do we have here? Can you see a difference? For example, here in the first one, I have worked at the airport for 4 years. Maybe it is over. Or I have been working at the airport for 4 years. That means that she is still working at the airport. Just like this in that I have the second one. I have read that book about cruise ships and I have finished it, but I have been reading that book about cruise ships. I have not finished it. Actually, let me tell you that we are going to be making use of present perfect continuous when something hasn't finished yet, or that just finished. Be careful. The present perfect continuous is not used with stative verbs. ¿Te acuerdas? This case, we use present perfect simple. ¿Ves cómo todo se va desmarañando? Ya viste the stative verbs, and now you are going to continue with this. The present perfect continuous is not used with stative verbs. In this case, we can use present perfect simple. Have you known each other long? Not have you been knowing? No! We cannot be talking about that. Yes, we are going to be talking about the stative verbs. Have you known each other long? ¿Tiene tiempo que se conocen, que se han conocido? Not have you been knowing? ¿Se han estado conociendo? Well, no, actually that is going to be strange. No, it is stative verbs. This present perfect continuous is going to be a lot of limitations. Not stative verbs, not ever or never, okay? Or here, I have liked ice cream since I ate too much and was sick. No me ha gustado el helado desde que comí mucho y me enfermé. I cannot say I haven't been liking. No. When we have preferences or verbs that shows preferences like loving, liking, no, we are not going to be making use of ing in those verbs, okay? So be careful with this. We are not going to be making use of this anymore. No with stative verbs, no with ever or never, okay? Now let's talk about a little bit of stative verbs, as we were saying. Let me tell you that the stative verbs are not normally used in continuous tenses because they do not describe actions. All the other verbs are going to be describing some actions, but we are going to be having some kind of verbs that are the stative verbs, and they are not going to be describing actions. For example, we are going to be having this thinking, existence, emotions, the human senses, appearance, possession, and relationship between things. These are going to be the famous stative verbs, okay? Verbs that are going to be talking about thinking, existence, emotions, the human senses, appearance, or possessions and relationship between things, okay? And here we are going to be having these examples. For thinking, in order to express thinking, we have the verb believe, imagine, know, mean, think, understand. In order to talk about existence, we are going to be having be, exist. If we want to express emotions, verbs that express emotions, we are going to be having hate, like, love, need, prefer, satisfy, want. Also, if we are going to be talking about the human senses, we are going to be having verbs like hear, see, smell, sound, taste. If we are going to be talking about appearance, we are going to be having these verbs: appear, look, resemble, seem. Or if we are going to be making use of verbs that reflect positions and relationship between things, we are going to be having belong to, consist of, have, include, involve, own. ¿Ves? A lo mejor me puedes decir, es que ya habíamos visto el presente perfecto. Y a lo mejor ya habíamos medio trabajado con con el presente perfecto continuous. Ajá. Pero ves que cada tema tiene algo extra. De un 100% que se haya visto de un tiempo, en cierto nivel viste uno, o sea, un 30%, en otro nivel otro 30%, y ahorita otro 30%, ¿no? In order that you can be having everything related to the topics. And for that reason is that we are talking about static verbs and giving some examples about this. Remember, you are not going to be say believing, imagining, knowing, meaning, thinking, understanding, being, existing, hating, liking, loving, needing. We are going to be careful with this, okay? Because some verbs like be, have, imagine, look, see, smell, taste, think are stative verbs, okay? With one meaning and non-stative verbs with another meaning. Vamos a hablar de los stative verbs. Los stative verbs, sí, porque mira, van a haber ciertos verbos como be, have, imagine, look, see, smell, taste, and think, que van a ser stative verbs con un significado, pero también van a ser non-stative verbs with another meaning, con otro significado. ¿Sale? Entonces vamos a hablar de los stative verbs and non-stative verbs. For example, do you have your plane ticket with you? What is the state? Possession. Do you have your plane ticket with you? Or here, are you having lunch at the moment? The action, eating. Don't worry, you will get it, because this is another topic that you are going to be having. But fortunately or unfortunately, I need to mention this situation. Why? Because this topic or this part of this topic is going to be or is going to have a direct relation with present perfect continuous. In this topic, inside this present perfect continuous, you are going to be finding these surprises, the stative and non-stative verbs, okay? And it is good that you can know that we are not going to be making use of stative verbs in present perfect continuous, or in any continued tense. You are not going to be making use of these verbs. Vamos a seguir hablando de ello. Mira, voy a dejarte descansar con los verbos estáticos y los no, para que en nuestra siguiente clase que vemos stative and non-stative verbs, we can come back to these situations, okay? Now, let's compare present perfect versus present perfect continuous. Present perfect versus present perfect continuous. Yes, it is important for you that you can find the main difference between these two tenses. And here you go. For example, present perfect continuous is going to be emphasizing on an activity. The present perfect continuous emphasize on activity. Emphasis on activity. Emphasize the activity. It has its emphasis on the activity. For example, he has been repairing the car for 2 hours. The activity, he has been repairing the car for 2 hours. He's talking about this situation. Present perfect continuous. Emphasis on the activity. He has been repairing the car for 2 hours. Okay, that's cool. But the difference is going to be here. Present perfect, simple, has the emphasis on the result, is going to be emphasizing the result. For example, he has repaired the car, the result of the action, and here in the activity that it is happening or that the activity that is taking place. He has been repairing the car for 2 hours, or he has repaired the car. These are going to be some differences that you are going to be finding here. Okay. Also, let me tell you this. Ay, my face. If we want to say that no, we are going to be having this. I have not, or I haven't been, or he has not, or he hasn't been. ING. Okay. So, present perfect continuous. I have not been plus ing. And present perfect is just have not and your irregular verb in participle. Okay. I have been waiting. I have not been waiting. You have been waiting. You haven't been waiting. And in the other one, in present perfect, we have, I have left, you have repaired, they have left, they have repaired, he has gone, she has gone. Oh, here you are not going to be having ing. Here you are going to be having your past participle verb tense. This is going to be other one that we have a lot of similarities, but at the same time, we have a lot of different things. Okay. Hasta aquí. ¿Cómo lo ves? Easy, right? We are going to be having new things that we didn't know about these tenses. And that is cool, and that is great, and that is important. For that reason, here we go. Okay, so let's continue here. Oh, how we are going to be using present perfect continuous. Okay, we have been painting the flat. That's why it smells. We still have 2 rooms to paint. Also, let me give you extra information. We are going to be emphasizing the duration of the action, which started in the past and may or may not be completed by now. Okay, here you have this example. We have been painting the flat. That's why it smells. Oh, this painting. We still have 2 rooms to paint. Oh my goodness. We're emphasizing the duration of the action, which started in the past, or may not be completed now. Emphasizing. Or for example, we have painted the flat. Aquí está, otra diferencia. Presente perfecto. Ay, Dios. Present perfect continuous. Se me olvidó decirte, ¿no? Present perfect continuous, emphasizing the duration of the action. Or another difference with the use of present perfect is that here, in the other hand, we emphasize the result of the action, which is completed now. Generalmente, como te mencionaba, es que presente perfecto es de que como que ya finalizado y con el ing es que está por finalizar, ¿no? Que no ha finalizado, que aún continúa. Ajá. Es por esto, mira, we have been painting the flat. the duration of the action, the emphasis is in here, in the action, okay? It may or may not be completed, but the duration of the action. And in the present perfect, estoy enojada, how we are going to be using present perfect. When we want to emphasize the result, not the duration of the action, but the result of the action, which is completed now. It's complete now. Ooh, we have painted the plot. All the rooms are painted now. That is what I was meaning at the beginning. Stop sharing. ¿Sí se ve mi presentación? Sí, ¿verdad? Medio vi que no se veía. ¿Ya se ve? Excellent. Here we go. Here is what I was meaning. The duration of the action, it may or may not be completed now, but one tip that I can give you is that present perfect most of the time is for complete actions now. Así es como te vas a dar cuenta entre cuándo se usa y cuándo no. Hemos estado pintando el departamento, es por eso el olor. Y todavía nos faltan 2 cuartos para pintar. Ah, bueno, es que es el presente perfecto continuous. El énfasis va a estar en todo lo que ha durado la acción, ¿no? Que empezó en el pasado, algo que empezaste en el pasado, pero que a lo mejor ya terminaste o todavía no, pero la duración que se ha llevado, ¿no? En realizarse. Y por otro lado, el presente perfecto, por contraparte, no se preocupa por la duración de la actividad, sino por el resultado de la acción, que ya está completa en el presente perfecto continuous, puede que sí, puede que no, ya esté terminada. Aquí en el presente perfecto ya se terminó y ya tienes todo, ya estás feliz. Tienes un resultado. Dale, we have painted the flat. All the rooms are painted now. Oh. Also, look at this. Present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous, yes. And present perfect simple, no? Tom has been mending his bike all day. He has mended his bike. What differences can you see here? You can do it. You can do it. Okay, we are going to be talking about this. Look at this. Ha estado de arreglar, de confeccionar su bicicleta. El tiempo que se ha llevado en hacerlo, sea que sí o sea que no quedó arreglada, o esto que ya es un resultado final. El tiempo que se lleve en hacerlo, me estoy enfocando en la acción, lo que se está realizando, lo que se está haciendo, y aquí me estoy enfocando en el resultado de una acción o de dicha acción. ¿Sale? Remendando. Intenta como arreglar, ¿no? La computadora, la bicicleta. Tom has been mending his bike all day. Aquí no te estoy hablando del resultado, de si sí quedó o si no, sino de la acción. ¿Qué se ha estado haciendo? Aquí en la contraparte, en el presente perfecto, yo ya me estoy centrando en lo que hizo, la acción realizada, el resultado. Sale aquí qué es lo que se estaba haciendo y aquí ya el resultado. Tom has mended his bike. Remendado, arreglado su bicicleta. Él estado reparando, remendando su bicicleta. ¿Qué cosa estaba haciendo eso? ¿Cuál es el resultado de Tom? Que ya quedó. Okay. Here you have other examples. The difference between usage and difference. present perfect continuous, and present perfect simple. Tim has been going to the gym for the last 3 months. Otra diferencia. Repeated action over a period of time. A repeated action over a period of time. Ven que se lo ve repetido. The over and over and over and over and over. No. A repeated action for time. Here, Tim has lost 5 kilos. The result. Here we have the result. Or he has been driving for 5 hours, 1 hour and 2 hours and 3 hours and another hour. A repeated action over a period of time. Or here, for example, he has driven 500 kilometers so far. That's a fact. Okay, that is the result. That is the action. Or here, she has been reading for 2 days. The first day, she was reading. The second day, she was reading. It's a repeated action over a period of time. In this case, she has read 200 pages of the book. Oh, excellent. That's the fact. That's the result. This is the duration. This is the result. Or here, it has been raining for all day. It has been raining for all day. That means that we are paying attention on the duration. The repeated action over a period of time. It was raining at the morning, it was raining at the afternoon, it is raining now. It has been raining for all day. Something repeating. But in this case, the road is wet. The rain has just stopped. El camino está húmedo, mojado. La lluvia acaba de parar. Porque a veces ves que decíamos al principio, es que es algo que acaba de suceder. Ajá. Recientemente, ¿no? Así como que ya se acabó. Pero eso estaba en el presente perfecto, Angie. Y también lo vimos en el presente continuo. Era algo que acababa reciente de suceder y que había finalizado. Y yo sé que quizás tenías la duda de, pero es que si el del presente perfecto lo vamos a usar, entre otras cosas, para algo que recientemente finalizó. Y el presente perfecto continuo lo vamos a utilizar también para algo que recientemente finalizó. Entonces, ¿cuál es la diferencia? That's why we are talking about this, showing to you all these situations. Y es que, aunque algo se haya acabado recientemente en continuous o en perfecto, aquí yo me estoy enfocando a algo que ha sido, que se estuvo repitiendo por un periodo de tiempo determinado, o porque me estoy enfocando a la duración de la actividad en sí, y no como en el presente perfecto que me estoy enfocando al hecho, al resultado de la acción, ¿no? Ahí es donde tú vas a encontrar esas diferencias. Cuando recientemente en el pasado con ing o cuando recientemente en el pasado con present perfect. That is why it is important to check this. Now, let me tell you that actually we are going to be having some common mistakes here. For example, I have been cutting my finger. It hurts. I have been falling from the tree. He has been breaking his leg. Nah, no, please, no. Oh, no. I have cut my finger. ¿Me he estado cortando mi dedo, o sea, así constantemente todo ese tiempo? No. Ahí sí de plano no quedan ciertas cuestiones. I haven't cut my finger. Me estaba cortando el dedo. Pues ¿cuántos dedos? ¿Es un dedote o qué? ¿No? I have been falling from a tree. Me he estado cayendo de un árbol. O sea, ¿tu caída duró cuántas horas o te fuiste cayendo en cámara lenta? Ok. I have been breaking he has been breaking his leg. Se ha estado rompiendo, rotado la pierna, pero como así de a poquito. ¿De a pedacitos? ¿Cómo? No! We cannot say that. In that place, we are going to be mentioning this. I have cut my finger. It hurts. Me he cortado el dedo. Duele. Or here, I have fallen from the tree. Me he caído del árbol hace mucho, poco tiempo, pero ya pasó, ¿no? Ok. He has broken his leg. Él se ha roto su pierna, ya va, ya pasó. No me importa el tiempo que dure en que pasara eso, sino la acción, el resultado, ¿no? Esa es la cuestión aquí. Short actions aren't used in present perfect continuous. Here is a clue. Short actions aren't using present perfect continuous. That's what we are going to be having. Acciones cortas no van a estar siendo utilizadas en el presente perfecto continuous, porque acuérdate que cualquier tiempo continuous tiene una cuestión larga, en lo que se fueron dando las cosas. Aquí no es un documental de cómo te estabas cortando el dedo, es algo todos los continuos, el presente perfecto continuo, el verbo to be continuo, el pasado continuous, todos ellos, por eso la misma palabra lo dice, es continuo, se toma su cierto momento en el pasado, en el presente, en el futuro, ¿no? Los tiempos secos, por así decir, los tajantes, present perfect, simple past, simple present, simple future, they are not going to be about they are not going to be having long actions. They are going to be about short actions. Acciones cortas, acciones concretas. Okay. Or for example, I have been knowing him all my life. I have been knowing him all my life. ¿Qué no aquí estamos haciendo uso de los verbos de stative verbs? I have been believing in God since childhood. This house has always been belonging to our family. No. Es más, hasta los escuchas, lo lees y dices, esto está mal, esto no puede ir, ¿no? In that case, we are going to be having this. I have known him all my life. Lo he conocido toda mi vida, no que lo he estado conociendo. I have believed in God since childhood. He creído en Dios desde mi juventud. Or this house has belonged to our family. Esta casa le ha permanecido a nuestra familia. State verbs aren't used in present perfect continuous. Justo lo que decíamos y por qué era tan importante que medio viéramos ciertos state or stative verbs, because those state or stative verbs are going to be influencing in the sentences that we are going to be having, ¿sale? Por eso. Here. I have here. Well, actually, let me tell you that we are going to be talking about some situations. I have taught. Mi efectazo. Let me share with you like this, okay? in order that you can see the drawings that I have here. Aquí. Déjame compartirlo porque no lo puedo compartir. Aquí está. Excellent. Here you have it. I have taught here for 2 years. I have been teaching here for 2 years. It's going to be the same. I have taught here for 2 years. Or I have been teaching here for 2 years. Well, actually, that is what we are going to be having. Le vamos a cambiar el tiempo ahí. Ahora, what do you think? ¿Cómo vas viendo el tiempo? ¿Ya mejorcito, no mejorcito? Bueno, con verbos como work, teach, or live, we are going to be having the same for each one of them, okay? It's going to be cool and it's going to be great. I have taught here, I have been teaching there. Those were the examples that we were having. Actually, let me show you one more time that these are going to be exactly the same because of the context that we are going to be having. Okay, here it is. Let me make it bigger. Excellent. I have taught here for 2 years. I have been teaching here for 2 years. Okay, work, teach, and live are going to be having like the same meaning that we can have here. I have taught here for 2 years. Yo he enseñado aquí por 2 años. I have been teaching here for 2 years. Yo he estado enseñando aquí por 2 años. No te estoy diciendo si ya se terminó o no en el último. No. Obviamente en el primero ya sabes que he estado enseñando por 2 años. Puede ser que continúe, pero hasta el momento it's over, ya continuamos. No. Igual el mismo significado va a tener aquí. I have been teaching here for 2 years. Pero acuérdate que uno está enfocado a qué cosas y el otro a qué. Bueno, guapos y guapas. Till this moment, what questions or what suggestions or what situations do you have? Now, okay, we are going to be stopping for this moment here. And tomorrow we will continue with the rest of these topics that are going to be very, very useful. Okay. Remember, if you have any question, any situation, let me know. And I'm going to be helping you in any way. You can count on me. Pero bueno, guapérrimos. I will let you go in peace and I will see you during our next class, okay? Have a wonderful day and I will see you soon. Bye.